Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I'm always checking, sorry for my finger, but I'm always checking if the light's right. Okay, so today's, this is a show where I teach you how to flip or wholesale in New York, or if you're already flipping or wholesale in New York, how to grow your business. Today's topic is RVM, Ringless voicemail. What are they? How do they work? Why do I use them? And what do they mean? So it's an interesting topic. I started with Ringless voicemails with RVMs about 2-3 years ago, and I paid for a system. It was a Sean Terry system. It wasn't cheap. And then as I started using it, I felt like I had just flushed all my money down the toilet. This was a waste. Who the hell is going to sell me a house based on a ringless voicemail? But it worked. And I got a $70,000 deal from it. And it was not expensive. And I'm continuing to use ringless voicemails. So a couple of thoughts on them. I believe in Florida they're illegal. I don't believe they're illegal in New York if they're used a certain way. So you have to be TCPA compliant. I don't know what that stands for, Telephone Consumer Protection Act, something like that. You have to be careful as to what you use. So you should not be sending RVMs to people that are on the do not call list. You have to be concerned. People get upset. There are carriers that will stop them. It is a technology that probably will go away in the future, right? A lot of carriers are going to start looking for numbers that send out a lot of these voicemails. And let's talk about what they are. What they're supposed to be is they're supposed to just drop a voicemail into, drop a message into a voicemail. And the idea is that if it's ringless, then it doesn't violate TCPA because the phone doesn't ring. What it's theoretically supposed to do is supposed to call a number and then immediately call it again. So what that is supposed to do is avoid ringing. But no matter what service you use, the phone may ring. So you got to understand that it's not always perfect, right? I remember the first time I was using the Sean Terry system, which worked and made me money, but was complicated and a pain in the ass and expensive. People kept telling me the phone is ringing, and I was like, how can that be? Sean Terry said that the phone doesn't ring, right? And he's like one of these gurus from ages that this is the most advanced system, and it was I think he resells Stratix networks. But the truth is, it's going to ring no matter what because these things aren't perfect, and if it's ringless, it should be better. If it rings, you have other issues if you're sending it out in mass quantities. But basically, here's the basic premise of what RVM is. What RVM is you leave a message in somebody's voicemail saying, hey, I am looking to buy property in your area. If you're interested, call me back at this number. A lot of people, what people do that is a huge mistake in my opinion is that they answer those calls live. I think that is absolutely insane. The most pissed off people come from RVMs, right? Because they know that the phone didn't ring, you drop the message in, they call up and they are angry. So I have it go to another message, which actually says almost the same thing. I'm looking to buy properties. If you're not looking to sell, don't leave a message. You don't have to leave a message. If you are looking to sell, leave a message. And it is a real numbers game where you have to send out thousands and thousands of messages to find that one person who's interested. You've got to understand that sometimes these are people who don't have internet access, who don't have a smartphone, they have a flip phone. And these are people who actually listen to their voicemails all the time. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there saying, I don't listen to my voicemail. My voicemail box is full. I only get texted. That is true. For a lot of people today, that's how they act. But there are people who buy the other way, who communicate the other way. And you want to be able to hit those people. So it's not an expensive service. I use message communications. There are a lot of other services like Roar, ROOR. Sean Terry has a system that uses, I think he calls it his RVM system, which again is I think is a resold private label Stratix networks. There are other networks to use for voicemails. Other people use them. I think it's technology that's not going to last a long time, but until it goes away, I'm going to continue to use it. I wouldn't use it in Florida where it's blatantly illegal, but in New York, I don't think it's a problem. People have asked what it means. What does RVM stand for? It stands for ringless voicemail, and I think it is a inexpensive way, certainly to add to your repertoire of marketing channels to get deals. Now, if you're interested in finding out how I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. And if you like these videos, please click like. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you have any topics you want me to cover, please put it in the comments. I respond to comments pretty quickly. This is by request. Any requests you have, Don't feel bad about them. I know people have told me, well, I was afraid to ask you for this topic because I didn't know if you did it. If I did the topic recently, I'll just send you the link to the video. So I'm happy to help you in any way I can. My phone number is in the show notes. You can call me if you have any questions. And I hope this was helpful to understand what RVM is, ringless voicemail. I never thought it would work. Well, the truth is, at some point I thought it would work because I spent money on it. But then I thought this is crazy, but it worked, right? And for a couple of grand, I got a $70,000 deal right away, and I'm still getting deals from it. So I think it's something you need, but you need to keep running them. You're going to piss off people for sure. People are going to be upset. People tell you to remove them. You got to remove them right away. Of course, that's what happens. I don't want to call somebody who's not interested, but it's a really inexpensive way to allow this system. I mean, the real point of marketing here is to automate it and to have it done despite you, right? And RVM is a thing where you just a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's making phone calls, leaving messages, and I know a lot of people are going to call back and say, go to hell. Some people are going to call back and say, yeah, I'm interested in selling. That's how it works. That is it for RVMs. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you again. I'm trying to stop this. It's not working.